Hi, my name is Alexandra English, and I am running for re-election for Vice President of Lifetime Membership with Omega Phi Alpha. I have served as the founding president for Alpha Kappa chapter at the University of Kansas. I served on the chapter standards board. I was membership director. And then I've also served nationally, both on the national standards board as vice president of business operations, and most recently for vice president of lifetime membership. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video and for considering me as a candidate. I'm running for this position for a couple of reasons. One, I was appointed to the board a little over a year ago and have been really excited with the changes that have happened with Omega Phi Alpha since I last served on the board as Vice President of Business Operations. In that role, I was working on convention primarily and really got to see the power of unifying the entire sorority at these national conventions and really fell in love with developing our communications as members and as sisters. I have a passion for Omega Phi Alpha as a founding president with Alpha Kappa chapter. I got to know every aspect of Omega Phi Alpha, and I kind of lived it so much of my life as a founding member of that chapter. And so I've become very passionate about the organization for a really long time. I really believe in the power of service to unite people, and I have loved being part of Omega Phi Alpha in so many different respects. So that is the main reason I'm running, and I'm really excited to continue the work that the board has done. To really work on a strategic, strong plan for the future of Omega Phi Alpha. Our strategic plan for the sorority, as well as my strategic plans for this role specifically, would be to increase communication and relationships, especially between alumni and actives. I know through my time, there's sometimes, rocky situations with trying to unify different generations under the common purpose of service and Omega Phi Alpha. And so I think that's a really strong opportunity to build the organization, keep people involved, keep people coming back to the organization, offering their skill sets, and helping our new members really find a home in this organization and network really strongly with women who have gone before them. I think it's important that as we welcome new chapters and we continue our really robust and strong recruitment and chapter process that we have been so excited to welcome these new chapters. I think it's really important that we make sure that they are healthy, robust, and are set up for success long term. And that includes making sure that they have not only hit all their goals, but they're really set up for success and have a great relationship with nationals. So I'm really excited to continue working on ways to make sure that the national organization is there to support these new chapters, make them feel welcome, and make sure that they are set up to succeed in those first early years. As a founder of Alpha Kappa chapter, I know how difficult it was, how much work it was, how rewarding it was, and how important support those first couple of years are after you are established as a new chapter. I also think it's important to recruit potential new members into this organization in a way that works for them. We are in a new world post pandemic, and our world is constantly evolving. And so I think it's really important as part of a large strategic goal for Omega Phi Alpha to focus on how to stay current, stay up with the changing times, and make sure that our organization not only is flexible to adapt to the changing world, but that we provide a home for these potential new members that is welcoming and that fits their modern needs. And so I think staying on top of trends, finding out and listening to the feedback of the membership is critical to our success. And I think you can look back at some of our successes that we've communicated through social media and other things, to try to reach out to new members, and also to reach out to our actives and our alums, and communicate directly and say, what can we do to make sure this organization stays modern and relevant? And I think we've done a pretty good job, and I'm really excited to continue doing that. And finally, I think as a large strategic goal for this particular role, it's important to be a warm, welcoming place for sisters from all walks of life. The world keeps changing, society keeps changing. And the thing that's unifying all of us is a love of service and a love of each other. And so making sure that we are staying uh, up to date and aware with those changes to make sure all of our members, alumni, active, and potential new members feel welcome and invited into this organization. I think the single most significant area for improvement or focus in this position would be to stay current. Like I kind of addressed a moment ago, with when it comes with membership, staying modern is critical to an organization surviving and recruiting the next generation of service sisters that we are. I know the world looked very different even just a few years ago when I was in college. And what I was looking from the sorority has changed from what things other people might be looking for now. And so I think with this role specifically, understanding not only for the potential new members, but with all the different types of membership you can have with Omega Phi Alpha, it's really critical to look at each different membership type, what their needs are in the modern day, and address that. I have been fortunate enough to have experienced pretty much every type of membership that you can have in Omega Phi Alpha. I was a founding mother. I was an active for a couple of semesters. I went LOA briefly. I went through a chapter standards process to go LOA. I'm now an alumni member, and I have served on the board and on the national level as a traveling leadership consultant and at a national standards board as part of these teams. And I feel like each individual type of membership and each individual way of connecting with the sorority has a different need and a different lens through which they look at their continued involvement with the sorority. And because of that, I think it's really important to continue that communication, communicate with all types of membership, see how we can blend them together the best we can, and address their needs the best we can. At the end of a successful term for me, it would be to have really healthy, successful chapters that continue to grow and have really strong alumni involvement in a way that works for the chapter. I also think having conventions that really unite us as a sisterhood is really critical. And so for me, a successful term would be fostering those relationships, having a more positive communication between all levels of our sorority and continuing to create exciting new opportunities for our potential new members. And I think it would be really, really wonderful to also see increased alumni involvement in building up those new chapters, continuing their first couple of years of support, and really making them feel loved to get alumni involved. As we've seen, even just with posting online, alumni want to be involved in helping these chapters succeed, even if they're chapters that have been around for a long time and might just need a little extra support. The love is there. And I think as an alum, I know I love giving back. One thing I like to do is use some of my art skills to go to a laser cut appointment and make some letters for some of these chapters in need, just to give them a little something to spur their creativity. And I'm would be really excited if at the end of my term we had a lot more small opportunities like that where members were feeling invited to connect with sisters maybe 20, 30 years younger than them and really build up this sisterhood, make everyone feel connected, and make sure everyone is excited to call themselves a member of Omega Phi Alpha. Thank you so much for your time today, and thank you so much for your consideration. I really look forward to continuing my work on the board and creating a strong, robust strategic plan for the future of Omega Phi Alpha. Thank you.